Welcome to another segment of my video. My name is Kingsley, the content creator of Rhema Digest TV. On this video, we shall be talking about how to avoid offense. How to avoid offense. How to avoid offense. You know, we live in a world where things happen, where people get offended on a daily basis. Sometimes you don't plan for it. It's not what you negotiate about. It's not what you think about. Sometimes on your own, offense will hit you. In your house, in your working place, maybe on your daily activities, offenses will come. But is there anything we can do to avoid being offended? Yes. Before we proceed on this video, please quickly click on the like button and on the subscribe button. That's the only thing we can ask of you from this channel. We can't ask you for money, but we are asking that you subscribe and like. You can go a bit step further to also share and make the video to be seen by a lot of people. Thank you. On the journey of life, there are a lot of things you cannot predict. On the journey of life, there are a lot of unforeseen circumstances. There are things that will happen that you don't plan for, but your ability to stand and keep moving when they happen is what makes life worth living. Life is sweet, life is interesting, life is good, but you don't allow offense to alter or to shatter your life. Don't allow offense to shatter your life. Always live your life part-time being on the side you want it to be. So let's proceed. I'll be sharing some points on how to live without offense this morning. Number one, know that we are human. Know that we are human. And because we are human, offenses will come. But for you to avoid offenses or offense, know that we are human. Whosoever that offends you, check through that person's action that brought that reaction to you and see if you are in that person's shoe, what will you do? If you are in that person's shoe, what will you do? I know some people derive joy offending others. Some people derive joy seeing other people cry. Some people derive joy making sure that you don't sleep normal. You think all through the night to wake up the next day facing them because of that same thing they are doing wrong to you. So, for you to avoid offense and for you to overcome it when people are pushing it to you, first thing you should do is know that we are human. Offenses will come. If you know that we are human, when they come, you won't take them to heart. So that's number one thing in this video for now. 2, close your eyes to people's weaknesses. Close your eye to people's weaknesses. We shall and we will never be perfect, but we can be sincere. There is no perfect human being, but we can be sincere. You know, sometimes when some people look at themselves and say, I am too perfect, I can't do this, I can't do this, I laugh at them. I laugh at them. You've not seen situation. You don't even trust yourself so much because there are situations that will arise. You will see that things you tell yourself I won't do, you end up doing them. One guy told me, he said, I don't trust myself. I say, how? He says, sometimes things I say I won't do, I see myself doing them before I would realize that I won't say I won't do them. So, close your eyes to people's weaknesses. People will offend you. People must offend you. But when it happens, close your eye to their offenses. On this video again, the next point is recognize and appreciate their strengths. Recognize and appreciate their strengths. Do you know what? Think about this. Somebody give you a glass of water when you are thirsty. After saying thank you, you come back after some days and see the person and say, "Oh, thank you for the other day. I was so thirsty. That water you gave me, that glass, a cup of water you gave me, really went a long way to calm my thirst." If you are the person, how will you feel? You will feel good and you want to do more. So always appreciate and recognize the strengths of people. Appreciate their strength. Appreciate their strength. If somebody go a step further, appreciate that person for going a step further. Life on its own is not fair. But if somebody is being fair to you, appreciate that person for being fair. And the person will be motivated to do more. Always recommend people by their good. No matter what they have done for you, no matter how wrong they have dealt with you, remember the goods they have done and commend them. Wherever they need recommendation, recommend them because of the good. Wherever they need commendation, commend them because of the good. I have a guy who has been with me, this guy, over 6 years now. This guy, when I met him, people, in fact, I came to know him because of the negativity people were saying about him. Or among 10 people I met before him, they were saying one particular thing. This guy is bad. This guy is this guy is that. This guy. And I don't like concluding people from far. I told myself, let him do the same thing to me before I will generalize and agree with what others are saying. I draw him closer. But today, I can close my eyes and say, yes, he can do this. Even if I call him 2 a.m. in the midnight, he will leave his house and answer me. I can stay in my office and call him and say, go and do so and so thing, and he will do it. There are some things, highly risk, intense things that I've sent him to go and do, financial transaction, and he did it without any headache. So with him, whenever I want to talk, I will tell people, I say, they told me bad about this guy, but this guy is a nice guy. To a point, I told him, no matter what you do to me now, I can forgive you. Because your good works towards me have covered a lot of bad that you think to do. I can call him and give him my house key and say, go to so place in the house and bring this for me. And he will go and do it. We walk around, go everywhere together. Why? Because I close my ears and my eyes to his weaknesses, and I look to the good things that he can do. Most of the things people said about him, fine, they are true. And I've sat him down to say, see, work on this, work on this. And he's working on them. And there is improvement. So for him, no offense. No offense. So for you to be happy and live without offense, how to avoid offense? Commend people. Commend people. In most cases, during recruitment process, I would tell them, I say, I have somebody, see this guy, he can do this, he can do that, he can do that. And I will go back and tell him, I just commended you or recommended you for something. They will call you, and when they call for so and so thing, do the work and don't disappoint this opportunity. And it's working. So always commend people for their good works. The last but not the least on this video for today is always say thank you. Even when they offend you, say thank you. And to avoid offense, say thank you. Let me share this story as I round up. One day while I was doing my OND in statistics, Abia State Polytechnic about then, something happened. We were in one block, GH block. There is one of my classmates, a girl. I don't know, she came from my hometown. And something happened. She started running mad. You know, girls, as usual, I didn't talk to her. I didn't even talk back. I kept mute. So the boyfriend got angry. What happened? This is it. And confronted me. That GH block used to be a two-story building then. I don't know if they have demolished and erected another building. The boyfriend confronted me. Before I know, the guy hit me on my tummy and we were about to write exam. When he hit me on my belly, pooh, I stood, I was looking at him. I didn't say a word. I didn't even raise my hand. My friends were like, yeah, I have some loyalists. They were like, no, no, no. They wanted to put up a fight. I said, no, leave him, leave him. We calmed the situation. We went in, wrote our exam. After the exam, I walked up to him. I said, thank you for hitting me without doing any wrong to you. I turned and walked away. In the evening of that same day, every other person have gone back to their various hostels. In my own house, I saw some people came to my compound. Some of them, he came with people who knows me. So when they called me, I came out. I saw him. I was like, what are you doing here? He thought I want to fight. He said he's sorry for what happened. This. I said, I've let go. I said, once again, thank you for hitting me without any reason. You know, I packed a coal of fire upon him by saying thank you, because his immediate reaction was for me to hit him back and we'll start fighting. And no, within that surrounding, we have a lot of people that believe in me. I happen to be the director of socials. We have a lot of people that believe in me and the way I could net myself. So fighting before them will bring disrespect to me and that my office. But I didn't do such. I just said thank you and carry on to write the exam. I didn't feel bad about it. Up to today, we are still friends. He's in US now, but we still speak. He do call me. He said, man, Kingsman, it's been long, this. And we talk. And the relationship started because of thank you. Always learn to thank people is another way to avoid offense. No matter what they did to you, thank them. Even when they meant it for evil or for bad, tell them thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There are some people you say thank you in public when they have wronged you. They won't sleep throughout that night. Throughout that day, they won't sleep. They will come back to you to say, I am sorry. What actually happened? What kind of person are you? I hit you. I was expecting you to retaliate so that we can start fighting. You didn't do this. I offended you so that, and you say thank you. I was expecting you to give me this reaction that can bring another action, but you didn't do anything. What happened? What kind of person are you? You are not doing it because you are weak. You are not doing it because you can't fight or you don't have strength to fight. You are doing it to avoid offense. Because once you fight with that person, grudges will start growing in your heart. And once grudges start growing, no matter how good that person is in the past, you won't see those good. You will always be seeing the bad side of that person. And while you are seeing the bad side of that person, your heart will not be free. A lot of things will be burning in your heart, negative things. So always say thank you. And before you leave, kindly subscribe and like. You can go as far as sharing this video on how to avoid offense. Thank you. See you next time. I still remain Kingsley signing out.